What is the measure of a full life? Is it seizing the day? Appreciating the little things? Family, joy, love, no regrets. At Ryman, we believe a full life is one that gets richer with age, with communities that challenge the expectations of aging and bring joy and meaning to every moment.
Wherever I am in the world, there's a Henselite bowl for you. On all surfaces, all conditions, the grip, the comfort in the hand, fantastic bowl to play with.
Good, is it morning? Yes, good morning and welcome to the Bowls New Zealand coverage of the Fox Plan Wellington Champion of Champions finals weekend. And we've seen the final of the mixed pairs, and we're about to watch the women's singles semi-final between Kenny Critchlow of the Nine Bowling Club and Helen King of the Victoria Bowling Club. My name is Alex Reid, and I'm delighted to be joined in commentary today by Teresa Crowhurst and Sarah Cooper, who are the main selector and helping selector. What's the technical term for you, Sarah? What's your role at Bowls Wellington?
I think I'm the development manager and selector mainly, is what my focus. And
cool.
Teresa takes the seniors.
Yep. Cool. Good. Good start, team. So, delighted to be joined by you two in commentary today, and thank you very much for making yourselves available to ramble on about bowls in the race to 21 in the semi-final. You will both know Kenny and Helen. For viewers that might just be tuning in, Helen King has been around for decades. She's got over 100 club titles, has won the New Zealand singles before, and has been a part of your rep team for some time. Is that a fair statement, Teresa?
Yep, she was in the rep side for quite a few years, and I think she had a break, and we've brought her back into the rep side this year. She's a strong player and a good skip, so yeah, we've got her back in the top side.
Very good. And Kenny Critchlow, you said you knew when you started at Silverstream?
Yeah, I was at Upper Hutt. I moved back down from the Waikato, and I played at Upper Hutt, and we played Silverstream in a couple of games. So I met Kenny as a young student bowling out of Silverstream, and then she moved to Nine and she's in the New Zealand development side too. I think it is, and also in our rep side, so it should be a good game.
Very good. And we can see Kenny's playing with those lighter coloured bowls and Helen with the blue bowls.
Yep.
Nine Eyes red. you see Robbie's matching the scoreboard for us. So it's Helen King. So Teresa, you've just spent 14 ends playing bowls on this rink.
Yes.
How is the green playing? How did you find it?
It was really hard when you're coming up the ditch side, because if you bowled a little bit wide, it sort of stayed out, and there's a big straightener, going away from the clubhouse to the road. So that was a bit difficult. We started off with the hiss and a roar, and then we sort of fell off the boat and, couldn't get the weight. But, the ditch end is the hardest hand to play, especially if you're just that fraction wide. It tended to stay out, but,
Oh, there's been confusion. I think Helen thought that she was holding the shot based on the lollipop. So the speed of the green, Teresa, how did you find? What's the speed like out of the hand?
It was really hard. You needed to put, it's all right saying it now, you needed to make sure that you were heavy. You had to put the weight on because it sort of just dropped. So you had to try and play a metre past the
Yes,
kitty.
yeah.
A lot of our bowls in the second half of the game were either a metre short of the kitty. But yeah, it's hard on that rink.
Right, so here we go. It's the first end, and just on this race to 21, who's holding what? So we think Kenny Critchlow with the whiter bowls on the red side of the scoreboard has the shot. That bowl at 12 o'clock.
Yep.
So 1 to Kenny on the first end. Roy Bird makes his way down. So what's your bowl story, Sarah? How long have you been involved in the sport for? When did you start?
I started probably about 14 years ago, but I had a break when I had children. So after my 4th year, I had a break for a couple of years and popped out a couple of kids.
Nice way of putting it.
And then I came back for my last junior year. And so, yeah, I've been playing for about 11 years now.
What was it that sort of made you think, oh, bowls might be a sport that I'll take up? How did that happen?
I moved into a house right next door to the Lower Bay Bowling Club, and
Oh, beautiful.
it was a bit of if you can't beat them, join them. And yeah, really, I've always loved playing sport, so just got involved that way.
What about yourself, Teresa? What's your bowl story?
We moved from. I always used to go and watch my husband play bowls. He started in Upper Hutt, and then when he moved to Auckland, he sort of was at Mount Roskill and Glen Eden, and then we moved to the Waikato. So I had a 13-year-old son, and he wanted to take up bowls, and there's about 3 or 4 bowling clubs there. So Hinuera was the one that was most friendliest for children and took them on board and made Andrew feel really, really welcome. So I used to go and watch them play bowls every week, and then I thought, why am I watching? I might, you go and watch, you might as well play. So so I took up bowls at Hinuera, and same as Sarah, I just loved it.
You could see there what you're talking about, that ditch hand.
Oh, yeah.
Helen King there, play that bowl. You take a little bit too much green and it's not going to come back, is it?
No.
How's the weight here? Oh,
She's going to duck under.
diving. So the Wellington rep season, and we'll start with, I'll ask you, Teresa, about how that looks for the Open, then move to Sarah for the development. But what does the representative season look like for Bowls Wellington?
Well, this season.
It's a good. I mean, I know it's a great question.
Yeah. This season's been. It's our first season taking over as selectors.
Yeah.
And managers, and we just wanted to start afresh with some experienced bowlers and that, and have a positive, enjoyable environment. So we've sort of done that with the team, and we've got on really well. And it's sort of like we've had a great season. We won the octagonal, we won the hexagonal, the Taurua. Last week we had the 1 to 5s, which we pulled in a lot of first-year bowlers, to give them the experience, and that was played out at Foxton Beach. But yeah, it's been a good season, and Intercentre was a big learning about what to do next season and what track we need to go down. But yeah, we've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think that was the thing. It was getting out there and seeing the clubs, and because it's a sport of any age, like you see the likes of Lily Signal and Marshall and that, that are 15 years of age taking it up in Wellington, right through to, like, we had Linda Rayner in the rep sides. And
that was her debut, wasn't it?
It was.
That's lovely. I saw that.
Yeah, and, she's a lovely person, and I think that's the thing about the sport. It doesn't matter how old you are, and you just have to give people a go. So going into this season, that was what we were looking at, wasn't it, Sarah?
Yeah.
Same with the development.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fantastic segue too, Teresa, and into the development thing. I was going to ask, but no, we'll let Sarah can go for it now. So talk us through, what's the development selection look like, or development rep season look like?
Yeah, it's been a really good season, a learning curve for me, I think, and Teresa and I both came in with a similar philosophy about just a really open and honest and supportive environment. Also, just looking to bring new players back into, or bringing new players into the squad. So I think I'm really proud of all the girls who played this season. They've done a great job. We got the opportunity to go up to Auckland and play in a comp up there, which was really cool.
Yes, yeah. It was hosted at the Howick Bowling Club, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. Which was an amazing bowling club.
It's got a few greens. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was the only person there, so there was a lot of running in between greens. But no, really proud of all the girls and the women who played this season, and really looking forward to next season. I think we've learned a lot and can go forward with a really positive attitude.
Oh, great stuff. And adding expert commentary to your roles as selectors as well this weekend.
Wouldn't go that far, Alex.
We'll see. Helen King on the back end. She dropped a 3 on the previous end. It was a loose 3. She'll be disappointed, but like you've said, she's a very experienced bowler back in the senior rep team this year. So the race at 21, you can get a chance to settle down. You don't usually. There's no need to panic until one of the people is on 18 or 19 shots.
Yeah, she'll never give up.
So it's interesting. This is on that forehand side. We've seen them drift from about this green. Here it is.
Yeah, see how it goes straight? There.
Yeah. So what that does is add a little bit of anxiety, doesn't it, to the bowls? Because you think, well, what happens if I take too much green and the bowl can just track out? So it's not that the ditch side is unplayable.
No.
It's just that it's a bit stressy to play because your bowl could just track out.
So what did Robbie just show up? 2 to Helen?
2 to Helen.
Oh, brilliant. Good watching. And Kenny switching to that backhand. Not far away here. Oh, one ball. So you feel like Helen's holding 2 here. She probably won't miss this bonus shot, will she? Yeah, there's enough room.
Yep.
Long walk back. So for the first score on the board for Helen King. Down to the weight now.
Good green.
Yep, that's a lovely bowl.
Yeah.
Glassy stuff there from Helen. And 3 on that end, so 3-4 the score now in the race to 21. And it's a semi-final, isn't it? So there's another semi-final going on out there. I'll, in a couple of ends, have a look at the Bowls Wellington spreadsheet, which is the best place to go for results. It's hosted on the Bowls Wellington Facebook page, is where you can find it, and it's got results from this finals weekend, including live results too for anyone who's interested. I heard you say, Sarah, there's at Lyle Bay triples are out.
Yes,
Well, they're not out; they're playing.
They're currently playing the final, against Plymouton.
Oh, very good. I'll see what I can find for you. And Helen having delivered the jack. You can see there from that camera angle how far up from the 2 metre mark it is. 40 metre green, so that you'll be no stranger to 40 metre greens. Teresa playing it in Ueda.
Yeah, it was quite good playing there because it was 40 metres, which was quite good. So back in the day, you'd have a lot of women turn up to play bowls, and you knew it was a 40 metre green, so you'd go 2 metre to 2 metre, and they would be absolutely tired at the end of the day because they were thinking it was a shorter green. So 40 by 40 is it's a good green.
It's the international length, isn't it? And I
Yes.
remember, I think Hinuera they remodeled it at some point, maybe in the
good
80s,
bowl.
and put the 40 by 40 metre green in, and they hope they might get an international match there played at some point. Good start from both of these players. How's the weight?
Look at that, good bowl.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
great
shot. Sort of stuff we can expect to see as this game continues. Both very good players. Oh. Could have gone better. So Sarah, if you are Kenny Critchlow here, and we'll just wait for Helen's bowl to finish. So you're Kenny, and you are 3 light on the head.
Oh, lovely.
What do you play? What shot would you play?
3 light on the head. If that bowl moves and that kitty pops, I'd probably just a little bit of weight coming
So just on
up
that,
to those 3.
if it turns, it's
Like this.
brilliant.
That should pop the jack out
Oh,
that way.
Oh,
Oh.
good shot. You can clap, it's fine. All part of adding the atmosphere, right? Good. Great shot. So reset the head there, really. It's the jack right back on the 2 metre mark now. And it's just about drawing on either hand.
I think Kenny's bowl's in the ditch, is it? Says it's still live?
No, because it wasn't a toucher, was it? She hit a
No.
bowl onto the jack.
Oh.
Lovely
Oh,
shot
good
here
bowl.
from Helen.
Beautiful. Then she said, oh, you can move it and I'll just draw a bowl there anyway.
Yeah.
After playing a drive shot, it's very hard to play a drawer.
Gosh,
Great bowl.
What a
a
shot.
lovely bowl.
Yep, beautiful bowl there from Kenny Critchlow. And that'll be 5-3 now in the race to 21. Really good bowl. She was 3 down, played a drive shot to pop the jack back to the 2 metre mark. Then Helen played a good bowl and Kenny played a better one. It's a good standard.
It's quite interesting to see them because they don't normally both play with glasses.
Okay.
They only play with glasses when they play inside here. So when you get them out on a normal green, I think it's to do with the lighting.
I was just going to say, is that perhaps the reason is
Yeah.
just the way the lighting is inside. Notice lots of caps as well on and inside, which may seem counterintuitive. Yeah, handy first bowl there. Already we're seeing these players favour that the hand away from the ditch, able to get a nice arc.
Yep.
What do you guys look for in, we're allowed trial ends in outdoor bowls. And by that I mean you get to play bowls there and back again without it counting. We'll start with you, Sarah. What do you look at in trial ends? What are you trying to get out of that practice?
A lot of the time I wait, just kind of feeling like sometimes I'll try and bowl to the kitty, but sometimes I'll just try and bowl to the 2 metre. So yeah, getting that weight is probably my main focus when I'm doing trial ends.
Teresa, what do you look for when you're playing your trial ends, going there and back?
Yeah, I think it's the weight, and also like if I'm playing outside, it's if you've got a narrow hand and a wide hand. So I tend to bowl to the pegs. You rink pegs, so I'll tend to bowl to that, and so I like the trial ends because then I know which hand I favour playing.
It's a loose bowl from Helen, but
Ooh.
in the back door, maybe even snuck the shot there. I think it ran on a little bit. They're very quick on the mat, aren't they?
Yep.
These ones feel like we switched to watch their delivery and they've already let the bowl go.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
So Helen's just asked the position. So remember, Nine Eyes red, Victoria is blue. Victoria holding one. But plenty of room, isn't there?
Yep.
Needs a clean run. Oh, that's the right weight. That should be in for 2. Lovely bowl. What do we think Kenny's going to look to play here, team?
To me, she should play. Oh no, she's going to play a backhand.
You've discovered what it's.
I was going to say I would have gone forehand.
You've discovered what it's like to be a commentator. Very rarely make the right decision, but as long as we're saying something, right?
Yeah.
So it's got bogged there, and Helen, we think, is holding 2, so this is a chance to draw for 3 shots. It's a loose 3, but the shots look the same when they go on the board. Needs a clean run.
Yeah.
Could get a slice of
she
hell.
might push that
Oh,
over.
that's a
Oh,
calamity. Absolute
Oh.
calamity for Helen King. She'd have been thinking, oh, I'll draw a bonus shot for 3.
Yeah.
And she sliced the jack. And now we see 2 actually go to Kenny Critchlow. That'll be disappointing. It takes a bit to get over that, doesn't it?
Yep.
Sort of the cardinal sin of crossing the centre line when you're holding the shot.
And if you're not sure, you can go and look.
Mm.
And your shot might have changed.
So 7-3 the score. And see there, Helen just turning over the middle part of the scoreboard because, of course, ends are absolutely irrelevant in the game of singles. You're just racing to 21 shots.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how many ends you play. And Kenny on the forehand.
That's a good bowl.
Lovely bowl.
Very good shot. It is actually getting a bit warm, isn't it?
Just a tad.
It's the first time I've felt warm all day. Might just press a button. If you hear a bang, I've fallen off my seat.
Oh, you did have the heat.
Oh, there we go. It was cold this morning. Never, of course, never cold at the Nine Eye Bowling Club.
Never.
Always lovely temperature here. Though I have seen the windows opened to warm it up.
Yeah. You're right there. It's a glass house in summer and a freezer in winter.
All right, so Helen on the forehand
Bit narrow.
side here. It's a
Drop the weight.
certainly the
Oh,
hand
it's-
that turns more, isn't it?
Rolled on.
Could be shot.
Well, it held. So with your selector roles, does it leave much time for bowls? Do you guys still get to play in events? Obviously, Teresa, you've made your way through to the final of the mixed pairs, but was that just like a one-off able to play, or how does it work?
No, I think the good thing is that you can still play your own club bowls and club champs. Oh, unlucky.
It was like in stereo.
Repaying the favour.
Yeah, so you still get to play your club because the rep fixtures are maybe every 6 weeks that there's a rep game, or every 4 weeks, so you still get to participate in your own club events as well. It's yeah, so this season I was able to play in everything except for the championship pairs. But yeah, so I don't play during the week because you're working full time.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rep fixtures don't seem to affect playing for your clubs, because of course when there's a rep fixture on,
Yeah, it's
You
usually
can't.
timetabled right.
That's
isn't it?
right.
Yeah, very good.
Hey Sarah.
Well, funnily enough, I played in one competition for my club this season.
One.
Yeah, unfortunately.
How did you go?
No, not very
Okay.
well. Yeah, unfortunately, just our program was out before, and yeah, I missed out on a few. I've always played the singles, but I didn't get to play it this season. But that's okay.
Because Alex, you play at a point Chev.
Yes, yeah, a dabbler.
How did you do this season?
I played one event and we won. More good luck than good
That's
management.
100%.
Much more good luck than good management. Oh dear. I don't mind. It's nice to be able to, we sit and talk about bowls or contribute in other ways, and certainly easier to talk about it than it is to play it sometimes.
Well, I found it quite hard watching this season. Having going out to the reps and watching it's quite stressful.
And just not having the control, because all you can do is pick your team and do the preparation, and then you have to sit and watch watch the teams play. I understand.
And you're watching every bowl.
Yep.
It's not like you're in the fours and you bowl 2 bowls and sit down. You're watching the fours, the pairs, the dribble, and it's just so tiring. You get home absolutely shattered because you've played every bowl.
Helen with good line, just falling a bit short. So what sort of game does Helen play? Is she quite an aggressive bowler, or more favours a draw game?
I think she's a bit of both, but she's definitely not afraid to be aggressive.
When required,
When
sort of thing.
required, yeah. She's not overly aggressive, but she will play those shots. It's a good green for her bowl.
Very close here. Keep
The
running.
bowl,
Oh, what
the
a shot
bowl.
that was from Helen King. So we're thinking Kenny would just be on the back end, but maybe you extend it out a little bit, so play a little bit over, like a metre 2 on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is fine if it stays up on the paddock, because you increase your chances of scoring a number if she does execute it with her 4th bowl. That's actually quite a clever way to play that with,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yeah.
the back end.
Not a good one.
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't go bowl or jack here. Yeah. Sort of. Interesting weight.
Oh.
Well, if you're good,
great bowl.
if you're good enough to
lovely
play it
bowl.
with that weight, fair call.
Great bowl. Yeah.
I would have just been hoofing up the middle. 8-5 to Kenny Critchlow. What a lovely draw shot that was. Just about forgot to press the right button. There we go. So you can see there's still the remains of the bowl through 5 that was held here last week, those chalk circles. So the 9i Bowling Club's used for so many events, isn't it, this facility that we've got here in Wellington?
Yep. He's a good one.
Lovely bowl. So from your open squad, is there like a super club in Wellington where most of the squad come from, or is it a smattering? How does it work?
Not anymore. We've got a few players, probably about 4 players that are from the Johnsonville club.
Okay.
Very, very strong. We've got Helen, of course, from Victoria.
Linda from Tawa.
Linda from Tawa.
I thought it was Lynn from Tower, wasn't it?
Oh, Linda Tawa. Yeah, we had Linda Rayner from Tawa. So Plymerton. We had Pam from Plymerton. So I'm just trying to think. Yeah. Because it was, I think the main thing that we were looking at was that you shouldn't have to, you know, you shouldn't have to move clubs, Alex, to make a rep side or be considered for the rep side. You know, it's a bit like our juniors in the development side. You know, Wainui now, they've got so many girls that have got so much potential. I think last year, the year before, they had about 18 juniors start, and they're just growing strength by strength. But it was a bit like with the juniors, we had girls from, like we've had Lily from Stokes Valley, and then we've had Wainui, Plymerton, Johnsonville. So yeah, and it's a big region. You don't want to be missing people out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got a lot of clubs in Wellington as well,
Yeah.
sort of spread all over the place. So not an easy job. Let's watch this bowl. Is it going to hold or turn? It's come back. So that's essentially the perfect green. I know it's a poor bowl weight-wise, but that sort of is probably as much round as you can take on that backhand side.
Yep.
So Kenny will have played here a few times before. I see she's from the 9i Bowling Club, so be no stranger to the surface.
Yeah, and both her mum and dad bowl. Her dad bowls from here, and her mother's Sue. She's president at Silverstream. So big family affair.
Just asking the situation. So Helen's 2 down. Just asking probably Bird for some questions. Form her shot selection. Playing a reaching bowl by the line. I'm not sure how the weight is. Should be disappointed with that. And 2 more to Kenny. So a handy lead now, 10 shots to 5. Sort of feels like we're just ticking over, doesn't it, in this game?
Yeah.
Just see if I can find some updates of the other finals and semi-finals that are going on around the place. Words. Here we go. So if I have a look, and it is on the Excel sheet, so if people want to find it and check it more often than what you're hearing on the stream, you can find the live results on the Bowls Wellington Facebook page. The men's triples final between Lyle Bay and Plymoughton, 3 apiece after 4 ends. Women's pairs final, Massey Ave leads Johnsonville 5 shots to 2. Women's 1-5 singles round of 16, Plymoughton versus Massey Ave is 8-7. Hutt Valley trails 12-16 to Petone Central in the men's 1-5 singles round of 16 that's out in front of us. And lastly, of course, the other women's singles semi-final, Karen Guilford from Johnsonville leads Alison Stacey from Hutt 3 shots to 0. Karen having a great season, current New Zealand Fours champion.
Got some good players out at Johnsonville. They're a really strong club too that support their players.
So this is Kenny Critchlow again on the backhand. Needs it to hold, not to be. Helen looking to plug another ball right in there. That's 2 good bowls there from Helen King. Like you said, Sarah, she's tenacious, Like, she just doesn't know when she's... there's some bowlers in the world who don't know when they've lost.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
She's one of those, which is great. Especially in singles, you have that freedom to keep on plugging.
Oh. It's a bit unlucky, really.
See if she changes hands. Yeah.
So for on the forehand, Helen King chasing after a bowl. So beat your third bowl. It doesn't really matter in post section. No time limit.
It's going to stay.
Looking to go past, really, but she's sort of half achieved. Hasn't made the target any easier. It's a bit dangerous here for Kenny. You could chip your white ball off, and then Helen's drawing for 4. But probably the only shot on. Do we think the forehand is the way to hit it if you played on the forehand side, but just to the left because it's a slightly bigger target, or would we be playing the backhand?
I think it depends where Kenny's bowl is actually sitting. You know, if it's a couple of bowls low.
Be interesting here. I think the jack's actually set to kill too, because if you see the jack is sitting at 4 o'clock to the bowl, so it's going to go.
So you'd want to play your forehand onto Helen's bowls with some weight.
Yeah, if she connects with the shot bowl, the jack will disappear at the bottom right corner of your screen somewhere. Where's she gone?
Oh, she's talking to her father on the bank.
There's something interesting, when you can have your nominated coach and you can talk to them. Always find it intriguing in bowls. I'm not sure how helpful it is sometimes to have a coach on the bank, because you just get a contrasting opinion. Depends on the relationship between the bowler and the coach, I suppose. If they came and asked us in the commentary booth, we'd be saying drive it on the forehand, wouldn't we? Of course, you can see there Helen King has a bowl left to go as well, so that's going to factor into the decisions. See Kenny making her way back. So we're expecting a forehand drive shot.
Yep.
But who knows? Oh, she's on
No,
the
she's on the
backhand.
No, she's going forehand, isn't she?
No.
I know you.
I know nothing.
Well, we'd be fired.
That's why we're commentators.
Yeah, just like us.
It's a more controlled weight. It's probably aware that Helen has another bowl. So looking to limit the damage. Hasn't done so, but isn't going to drop a 4, which would be the fear if she drove and missed.
If she did what we said.
If she executed what we said poorly, that would be the concern, yeah. So I think probably the logic there is I'll just avoid the risk entirely. I'm 10-5 up. I can drop a couple, it's okay.
That's why she's asking her dad.
Yeah.
So Helen here will be looking for a way to make it a 3. I'm not sure. If the jack's touching the bowl, it'll spring very quickly. Wait and see. Great try.
Take the 2.
So it's going to be 2 to Helen King. 7-10 the score in the race to 21. These players too would know each other well, I presume. Helen and Kenny played a lot of bowls against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
together.
was going to say, did you put them in the same team in the reps?
Yeah, we had Kenny as lead in the 4s and Helen was her skip, so for the whole rep season, so they know each other pretty well.
And when you're talking about your role as selectors in these wider rep squads, as part of that organising your team building or team practices, does that fall under your purview, or do you have a team manager for that sort of stuff?
No, that sort of basically falls into us, and depending when the competitions are, we sort of, like with Intercentre, we did probably about 5 practices every Tuesday before coming into Intercentre. And as I say, Intercentre was a great learning, especially for our first season. What to do next season, but yeah, there's sort of just me and Sarah. Next season we're looking at probably having a few more training sessions and getting some top coaches in, and
Oh, cool.
because a lot of it's the mental side of it as well.
Yes.
You know, a good bowler or a great bowler, you can only teach them so much, but it's the mental side of it that sometimes
Well, so many,
is the big thing.
yeah, so many close games in representative bowls, isn't it? And you get that little bit of an edge. It's what can make the difference. So Helen here, both players sticking to that side away from the ditch. Good weight with all 3 bowls, but Kenny, I think, probably holding the shot.
They're probably staying away from the ditch because they saw our game.
I'm sure though everyone will be tuning in to watch this. So if she's got the right weight here, this is a very good bowl from Kenny. Still handy there because it's in the line on the forehand draw, so Helen's going to persist.
Yep.
But could get bogged. I think she must hold the record for the most, or close to the most centre titles off the top of my head. Yeah, 33. That's not off the top of my head, I've seen it now, but 33 Wellington centre titles is pretty impressive. It would essentially be roughly a title a year. Yeah, she started playing in 1993, so when you average it out, Helen King has won a centre title every season that she's been playing in.
Yeah.
Which is an incredible record. What do you think Helen will do here, Sarah?
I think she might play the 4.
So
maybe,
the forehand's to the left as we see it, or do you think she'll play the backhand?
I think it'd be good to play the backhand. You know, she's got a few more options there. And she's playing the backhand nicely coming down this way. I think they're both a little bit weary of playing going the other way.
So on the backhand, she listened. I think you're the first one of us to get one of the calls right. This is a lovely weighted bowl. This is perfect. Yeah, classy
Jada.
shot.
Super Bowl.
Really classy bowl there from Helen. We'll hold one now. You can see there, that's what Robbie Bird is indicating. One shot to Helen, and Kenny just asking how far past the jack is that. Oh, I think it's going to be effective. So Helen now with a chance to add a bonus.
No. She's played her full bowls.
Oh, I'm blind. It hid behind the bowl at 3 o'clock. I take no responsibility for that. But one to Helen. It was a beautiful shot she played on her backhand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was good.
So 8-10 the score now, tightening up. Interesting. Do you think we'll see the jack length varied at all?
Yeah, they seem to both be favouring the shorter ends. I feel like a lot of players at 9A like to go for that really long, but they both seem to be happy with the shorter
I
ends.
suppose the long ends would come back to what you were saying, Teresa, when you played at Hinuera with the 40-metre green, is that you were used to that, and Kenny will be used to the 40-metre green as well, whereas we don't see that. I think off the top of my head, there might be 3 40-metre greens in New Zealand, certainly 2 9-9 in Hinuera, and there might be like a random third one, but it's rare for us, isn't it? We don't really see that. Fallen short there. That's a nicely played bowl.
Sneak under.
Oh, unlucky there to bog everything through. Still well played, isn't it? Even though it's had a bad result, it's not like you did much wrong.
They're
Fascinating.
Still favouring that backhand though, aren't they, coming up this way?
I mean, we'll get a real sense for it now because Helen has to switch to her forehand. I was going to say if she stays to the backhand, they're really not going to be playing the forehand side because there's all those bowls in the way on that backhand section. It's not that the bowls don't come back, it's that they sometimes don't come back.
Yeah.
And that's where the anxiety comes from, because if you're a bit unlucky and hit the straightener, you lose your bowl wide, but they will draw. So there's just it's just that little bit inconsistent. So just asking if she's up or down there. Remember, Helen is the blue. Yes, a holding one. And Helen very pleasantly surprised by that. Seems happy with that turn of events. This looks too wide to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, riding the railway tracks there. To be fair, it was far too much green, even if it was a turning hand. You know, that was just a bowl that just got away from Helen a little bit, you feel.
Kenny's on forehand. This could be good if she's got the weight.
Oh, good try. Not quite going to make it, so it'll be 9-10 now in the race of 21. Sort of a war of attrition, isn't it? Sort of both players are not struggling, but just ones and twos. We haven't really seen much shot play. And they're just being confirmed there, 9-10. Robbie Bird with 3 9i logos. Shorts, hat and hoodie. Just in case we didn't know where what club he's from.
Going a bit longer.
Much longer, so see the jack's going to be right on the 2 metre mark. Interesting that that's come from Helen King, who plays out of Victoria, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's played it well. Stayed on.
Hang around. Good first bowl. So when the season must be coming to an end now, when does the next season start for you guys from like a representative point of view? Do people have to put nomination forms in, or do you tap people on the shoulder? How's it work?
What we did this season was we sent out emails just to clubs and just got clubs to sort of let us know
Who their players.
who their players have the potential. The juniors is quite good because they have the McCarthy, Henry and the Gibbons at the beginning of the season, which is great for all juniors. So we went there for 2 days and watched them. They were 2 full greens of juniors. But yeah, we sort of say to clubs, look, can you please just let us know which ladies have potential, because obviously you can't see everybody.
And we all know you can have a bad day on the green.
Yeah.
So the clubs are able to sort of say, hey, we've got someone
they
in
help
our
us.
club who's
And they'll tell us if they're 1 to 5 or 1 to 8 and open players and.
Yeah, and then we kind of just take it from there. Like the last tournament, the WKWM, which was a 1 to 5, we brought in some new bowlers, and there's a lot of great bowlers. But you know, when you step up into that rep, those rep tournaments, it's about pressure as well, and just having that, being able to handle that. So that's also something that we look for.
So Kenny on the forehand, holding the shot. Remember, there's 3 bowls that we can't see that are in the 6 o'clock direction on the screen. There they are. So Kenny holding 2. Helen's got bowls past. Good thing for Kenny here is there's actually quite a lot of space between the bowls and the jack. So if she was closer, it would be tempting for Helen to have a nibble at that. But I just feel like there's a bit of space. Is she always chatty during a game, Helen? Is that something that she does in singles? Sort of like she's talking away quite a bit in this game?
I haven't really seen her play singles. This is the first time I've seen her play singles. She does in the fours. She communicates really well with her team.
Yeah, she's pretty chatty. She's
Look
a
at
good
this.
bowler.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh, great bowl.
Okay, you got second and third in your Kenny. Is this the time for aggression, do we think, or is it not? What do you think, Teresa?
Is this the last bowl?
Last
The
bowl.
bowls?
That's
Yeah.
what the head looks like. So there's Kenny's got the backest bowl, and Helen's got 2 bowls that are passed, but not the backest.
Yeah, I'd probably try to go for Helen's bowl. She's got 2 seconds.
What would you play, Sarah?
Look, Kenny's been drawing beautifully, so I'd probably go just a little bit past the head, just to tap onto that bowl. Nothing too.
On the back end or the forehand for you?
I'd play the forehand.
So
just
to the
coming-
left of the screen, just going square through the bowl that sits at 10 o'clock to the jack?
Yeah, but nothing too crazy.
Okay.
I didn't mean crazy.
Well,
You've just seen me do it. You're thinking, oh, yeah.
you have to work nicely together.
She's going, I know you're gentle.
Oh, and I was totally wrong. She's playing
She's
the
on the
backhand.
backhand. But I think with the
But she
weight
has
you
got the
suggested,
weight, yeah.
so you were halfway there. And she's very close here too. Look at this, it's breaking back into the head.
This could be a good one.
Oh, look.
This is incredible bowl. What a shot!
Oh, what a beautiful
Oh,
bowl.
what a
Well
bowl.
done, Kenny.
You couldn't have paid me to draw that. That's an incredible shot.
What do we know, Sarah?
Yeah.
Lovely bowl. That's class there. 11-9. And would have hurt Helen because I suspect Helen was probably thinking along our lines of, well, we don't know how attacking, but there will be attacking going on here. And Kenny's just got down and just nutted it on the backhand.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, really?
Yeah.
Great shot.
Just bringing the length back again.
Yeah, really interesting that Kenny, who plays here, is throwing the shorter lengths and Helen just threw a 2-2. I suppose it's whatever's working on the day though, isn't it?
Especially because they were both playing exactly the same length, so it was a bit of a change, but they've gone back to... Good bowl.
Lovely start.
It's good green.
There's Ben King hiding behind the pole.
Oh, yeah.
Another excellent bowler.
Oh,
Started off his bowling career in Dunedin, I believe. I think he won some intercenters with Dunedin and was in the New Zealand emerging players team in the early 90s. So he's been around for a long time. I'm pretty sure he toured Australia as part of like an under 21 or under 25 New Zealand team
wow.
way back when.
because he's got a lot of national titles
Yeah,
and centre titles, and I think he's one of the highest capped Wellington rep players.
Kenny on the back end.
Nice shot.
Just the one down, Robbie? Two down, that last one down. Thank you. How far behind is what I think is the shot bowl? Which one's the shot bowl
So which one's the shot bowl, she said? This is quite funny. I'm quite enjoying Helen King's. Oh, she's chasing after it. Looking to rest them both. Or just maybe dead draw. I might have overcalled that.
Maybe far away.
Really well played
wow.
bowl there from Helen King.
Good bowl.
Beautiful shot. Square through there from Kenny. And so a chance here for Helen to draw level. Square the ledger at 11 apiece if she can add this bonus bolt.
Quite a good turnout now too. A lot more people are coming out now the sun's out.
That's a nice idea, isn't it? This
Yeah.
finals weekend concept that you've got going at Bowls Wellington. So is it most of the events are played mostly out and then you just finish off the
No.
semis and finals? How does it,
Yeah,
how does
so
it
they play down to the semis and the finals here. Everything else is played up to the semis and the finals.
Okay.
The junior pairs at the moment, as you would have seen, Jordan played the mixed pairs, then he had to go out to Upper Hutt because they're playing 2 semi-finals at Upper Hutt, then they'll come back here. But I think it's just been a bit hard this season because you've got so many people in so many different disciplines. So they were trying to juggle around fitting people in and games in.
Yeah, it can become challenging.
Yes.
And the audacity of some people to go well in more than one event
yeah.
is just... So 11-10 the score, race to 21 shots. Robbie Bird, the marker for this game. So just having a look at the live score updates on the Bowls Wellington spreadsheet. I can tell you that Lyle Bay lead 5-4 after 6 ends over Plympton in the men's triples final. Massey Avenue lead Johnsonville 6-5 after 7 ends in the women's pairs final. The women's 1-5 singles round of 16 match that's going on here. Plympton lead Massey Ave 9-10. Men's 1-5 singles round of 16 match has been completed. Petone Central defeating Hutt 21 shots to 13. And the other women's singles semi-final, the winner of whom will play the winner of this against Karen Guilford from Johnsonville and Alison Stacey from Hutt. Karen leads 5 shots to 2. And it looks like another game has started over there to the left of the broadcast rink. Must be the Fours final.
Is that Stokes Valley?
Yeah, be the Fours final there.
Tower, is it? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Stokes Valley and Tower. Tower getting through 13-12 over Island Bay, and Stokes Valley running out the winner over Titahi Bay 22 shots to 12 in their respective semi-finals. Helen King, while I was busy rambling off the score updates, has played an absolute bomb and drawn a front toucher. Trying to add a bonus second shot, just overplaying it, but good line. It's not the time of going off, team. I doubt it can be heard through the commentary booth anyway. Kenny here. Yeah, not afraid to play that backhand, eh? That's a lovely
bowl.
Really good shot. Ellen just checking that she's got the shot. Problem here for Kenny is that the jack is set to go towards the blue bowl of Helen's that sits at 5 o'clock. So it's almost impossible to play that split without the jack moving. And then it's how far is the jack moving. She's underneath it there. She was looking to roll that her bowl around the corner, I think. I don't think she could have been aggressive. So it's going to be 11 apiece now. We find ourselves in the race at 21. So it's now a race to 10 shots. Helen King playing Kenny Critchlow in the semi-final. There we go, 11 apiece. Don't know what Helen said, but it must have been funny. Let's see if we get a long jack. Now, I hate to bring up bad memories, Teresa, and I did say I wasn't going to mention it in the live stream, but we did see a bowl. We did see a bowl go in an unusual direction in your mixed pairs final. My statement at the time was that you had been asked to play the forehand and then you were changed to the backhand but didn't check the bias. Is that correct?
100%.
So that therefore it's not your fault?
No, it wasn't my fault. It was Bruce's fault because I was going to play the hand that I've been playing.
Yeah.
And then he said change it. And when I let it go, I thought, geez, I've got beautiful green, until it arced. It went over to the next rink. And the worst part is, Alex, I haven't had one wrong bias all season.
Oh, no.
And it had to be on TV.
Yeah,
I stated
that
like,
I didn't think it was your fault. I thought you'd been asked to change.
Yeah.
And because he's not here to defend himself, yeah, we'll blame Bruce for that one.
Yeah, that's right.
Does that mean he has to put the money in the box? Or
Yeah,
do you
he can do the ding-a-ling back at the club. And
I'm glad we cleared that up.
there's nothing worse though. As soon as I let it go, I thought, this is a beautiful bowl, and it just...
Silly game.
Oh, Helen's on the forehand.
It's coming in.
Coming in nicely.
Helen seems to have settled down the last few ends, just beginning to stack those bowls together, I say, as we see a bowl that...
A little bit rogue.
Typical. But the weight was beautiful. The weight was beautiful. What I was trying to say is it feels like the momentum's shifted a little bit, I think, in this game. Kenny with nice draw weight, but just underneath the line.
Probably not where the last bowl was.
How's this one?
Bit of green from Kenny.
Look at this turn at
look
the
at that.
end. Lovely shot there.
Good bowl.
Cut it down nicely, and there's a bit of pressure there. She's probably 2.5 light. So we'll see one more shot to Helen King. 12-11 now. Kenny Critchlow. That's a... We wouldn't expect that to be a difficult name to pronounce, eh? Critchlow. There we go. So she started playing bowls in 2011 at the Silverstream Club. So this is, what year are we, 24, her 13th or 14th season of bowls, 6 centre titles. She said she played a double header at Interclub at Silverstream in the morning, then Victoria in the afternoon. Turned up to Victoria to discover that she had the wrong bag that had size 5 bowls in it, which she's put down as a memorable moment, and that's fair enough, considering the fact that her bowls are size 1s. Good bowl. Yeah, Helen zoned into the line here at the moment. Like we mentioned, Helen's won over 30 of these 37 Wellington centre titles, which is ridiculous. And if we just look at I wonder if she's won the Champion of Champion singles before. Yep, the club singles in 2006, 2011. So twice. So she won this event twice before. Helen, make up 2 of her 37 centre titles. Good bowl here from Kenny. Yeah, nicely done. So catching bowls, aren't they? But they require a conversion. Very high line here from Kenny. It'll be interesting to see if the bowl comes back, and it is coming back. It's nice to know it's a lovely hand that side by the looks. So are we thinking aggression here from Helen, or just trying to draw these shot or second shot sort of thing? What would you do, Sarah?
I'd just be trying to draw that second shot.
And if you happen to trundle through it, you've got all the position, eh?
Yeah.
That's what Helen's trying to do. Go around that bowl and sit down for second. Yeah, I'd say it is. Nice bowl. This is very close if she's got the right weight.
Yeah.
Oh, good bowl.
She's got it.
That's pretty classy stuff there. Back in the lead for Kenny, 13 shots to 12. It's got the feeling of one of those games that goes right down to it, doesn't it?
Yep.
1. Oh, have I called it early? 2.
Definitely 2.
Two it is, so 13-12 to Kenny Critchlow. I can't say that loud, I'll just call her Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny in the semi-final of this Wellington Champion of Champions singles.
Oh,
there's a bowl from the men's fours final.
So they're playing the same length again.
So we've seen one long end, haven't we?
Yeah.
From Helen. Everything else has been sort of around there. Nice first bowl.
Good bowl.
Yeah, good stuff.
Kenny is a beautiful draw bowler. She'll just keep plugging away the whole game.
Well,
Would you say that seems to be more, so the contrast between these two players is that Helen, and because she skips a lot I suppose, is happy to indulge in some shot play, whereas Kenny tends to smother the opposition?
Yeah.
Yeah, just sort of plugging bowls there or thereabouts, and if you do that all the time you're not going to drop more than a couple of shots.
yeah. Just Kenny, any tournament I normally see her play, and she always plays lead.
Good weight. And Kenny now with those two nice bowls, we'd expect her to split the difference and draw the shot.
Yep.
Ooh.
Three good bowls now from Kenny, but still one down on the head. This is close here.
Good bowl.
Really well played shot. And we'd expect Kenny to stay on the draw.
Through the gap.
Oh, lovely effort. A bonus shot opportunity here for Helen King. Not much room to do it in though. Fair enough. It's going to be two, so back into the lead. 14-13. Will be interesting as this game nears the end. We sort of talk about 17 shots being the point at which the pressure's changed, isn't it? Because you're in the checkout, within checkout range at 17, because you could get a 4 and win a game when it's a race at 21 shots. So 13-14, you're still thinking as a player, neither here nor there, but you get to 17 and suddenly if one of you is in checkout range, the pressure really ramps up.
They're both definitely liking this shorter end, shorter ends.
Helen following it down. Yeah, reasonable effort.
Oh, good bowl
Oh,
here.
good bowl.
Didn't waste any weight with that one.
Lovely line.
Gonna duck away.
Yeah.
Good line.
Another good
Oh, another
bowl.
good
Yeah,
bowl.
this
What a
is
lovely
lovely
bowl.
here from
And a lovely bowl.
Kenny. What would you play here, Teresa, if you were Helen?
God.
I saved the good questions for you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she can come between. If she wants to play it with aggression, then she needs to come onto her bowl with a bit of weight to get Kenny's bowls out, or if not, she'll prove me wrong and she'll
Well, she's
play
on
the forehand.
She's on the forehand. Must think she can draw through the two bowls on the forehand,
Must be.
perhaps. That's a poor bowl from Helen. She'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah,
You can see a little bit of frustration there.
should have played my shot.
I'll open the window and you
Yeah.
can tell her if you want. Kenny, meanwhile, just will be looking to
Draw another one.
draw another one.
She's not going to be far away if she's got the weight.
She may actually sit with 4 here.
Ugh.
Just see what Robbie Bird will indicate. Certainly 2.
Oh, he's
It's pretty hard on the screen seeing the length. Get your measure out. Oh,
4.
4.
4 it is.
Ooh.
That's what your favourite number, Alex? 17. Hey,
Well, someone's
you
in
just
checkout
said
range.
that. So you must be looking forward to having a break.
Yeah. That'd be nice. It certainly is a full season. But yes, there's a few weeks before the Champion and Champions start in winter. And in the winter, I play indoor bowls. So I get to stop
yes,
talking
yes.
behind the microphone and actually play some sport.
Lovely
Okay.
bowl here from Kenny.
Good bowl, Kenny. I did that once. My husband said to me, he goes, we're going to go and play in a tournament. We're going to do indoor bowls, pool and darts. I said,
Yes.
oh, okay, fine. Played indoor bowls and I thought, what a great sport. 2 days later, I thought it was the worst sport ever invented. I couldn't walk for 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
My thighs, my legs. I couldn't get in a
Yeah.
car, couldn't get out. I thought, no.
There is a bit of getting up and back down again, isn't there?
And we did it about a month ago at Upper Hutt. We normally have a friendly, and we were rained out, so they said, right, we're going to the Cosy Club and they're playing indoor bowls, so I pulled out. And some of the guys hadn't played well. It was just hilarious. They couldn't
Keep the bowl on the mat.
walk up the stairs to go to the bar the week later, and it was like, no.
Oh, it's funny. Yes, yeah, certainly. We talk about bowlers' legs in the start of because the indoors are winter games, so you play your first couple of events and then think, there's muscles I haven't used in a while.
Good bowl, Helen.
Yeah, lovely bowls.
Great bowls.
He's
Great bounce back here from Helen King, isn't it? Having dropped a 4.
Yeah.
Chasing after this one. This is just as much to add pressure as it is anything else, isn't it? That's why we chase down our third bowls, because then the opposition is on the mat thinking I'm 3 down and they're staring down the barrel at me.
Yep.
I think Helen's putting a bit of cover in there.
How's the weight here from Kenny? I don't think she's made it. So she's picked up a 4, and she's probably going to drop a 3, and we're going to find ourselves at 17 shots apiece. Got everything this game. Helen on the back end. Not sure if she's quite made it back for the 3 that she was hoping for. Certainly will be 2. Yeah, see Robbie Bird's ready with 2 there. So 16-17 the score in a race to 21.
Jay?
2 there. I would say that the last time they played in this direction, 2 ends ago, Kenny picked up a 4.
Yeah.
So you have to try and motivate yourself, right? So she should be thinking, I picked up a 4 last time I went in this direction. If I do it again, I've won the match.
Yeah.
You know, you try and take those positives through.
Helen's changing it up a little bit, I think.
And she'll be thinking exactly the same thing, right? I dropped a 4 last time.
Yeah.
What can I do differently in this direction?
Yeah.
Because it is such a mental sport.
Oh, for sure. You know, the part where you put the bowl, in theory it's simple. It's just speed and the angle that you play it on. The rest of it's
It's about the
actually going through
resetting,
your
you
head.
know, like, when you've picked up a 4 and then you lose a 3, just reset, and it's easier said than done.
And as bowlers, we talk around the bar leader and dinner tables or whatever with all this different theory and strategy that there is behind the game, because you could go on for forever about the things. I think you're not a bowler unless you've used the salt and pepper shaker to demonstrate where a bowl was or anything else available on the dinner table.
It's a good bowl.
This is close.
Yeah.
Got a 4 last time coming in this direction, Kenny Critchlow.
Lovely bowl.
It's got a duck, I think.
There's 2. Oh, yeah. Well, for the excitement, there's 2 of the 4, maybe. Helen King on the back end. She's changed the length here, and I think that's a pre-chalked bowl as well. That's a lovely shot.
Yeah, good bowl.
Do need to just rub that little bit of chalk off, though. Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah, good boy.
Very confident. A lovely bowl there from Helen. So 4's looking unlikely on this end if you are Kenny Critchlow. Honestly, I've commentated a lot, and I didn't think that Critchlow was going to be the last name that would catch me out. That's a good bowl.
Oh, lovely
Oh,
bowl.
lovely.
Two.
Helen knows that configuration. It's called a herald.
A
It's
herald.
It's a drill.
Oh, is it?
Yep. One slightly in front, one slightly behind the kitty. You got to beat it.
So you're saying she's going to get this?
Oh well, it's definitely one she's
Practiced it. A herald. I must remember that. And I'll say it with absolutely no context. On the back end. How does she look? Oh, she thinks it might be close. Drifting.
No.
Drifting. Still drifting.
Really?
Right, so here's a chance
Okay.
to get up on the hill. Need to get to 20. Is she in for
Heavy.
3 or is it? Oh, she's going to
No,
keep
it's
going.
heavy.
So 19-16, which was a mediocre year to be fair, but an interesting score score on the bowls. 2 away from 21. So Kenny, interesting, isn't it? This game, doesn't feel like either player's had the ascendancy, really, does it? It sort of feels pretty like it's been pretty even all the way through.
Yeah.
A shorter end than normal, even. You know, it's a little bit further up from the faded target. Good bowl.
Lovely bowl. Might force Kenny onto the forehand.
Now, is it going to let go? Because this is where it can get a bit snaky. Yeah, there it goes. Nicely
short.
greened. A few inches more green than that. She may have found that bowl would hold. Good to see a crowd building. If you are in the Wellington region, feel free to come down and check out the bowls. There's another game to go today and 3 whole games tomorrow during this finals weekend. And the Nine Eye Bowling Club has a bar and a very nice restaurant, very nice food. So a nice way to spend some time watching the bowls. I'm going to get a toasted sandwich for lunch, I think.
Could be a better bowl.
It's a great shot here from Kenny. Finishing strong. She's
Good
holding the
bowl.
win now. That's 21 as it
Yes.
stands. So this is when the pressure really goes on.
So 10.
Look at this.
Yeah.
A clean run, and sit down for the shot. Oh, she's... Oh, that can't have been fun away. Holding one,
One.
so she's cut it down, so she's not game down anymore.
Helen's got one more bowl after Kenny.
Yeah, and Kenny will really want to hold the win here. I'd chase this bowl down as well. I'll be surprised if she doesn't. Oh, colour me surprised.
Oh, that's a lovely bowl. Oh, great bowl.
Oh, beautiful.
A beautiful shot. Oh, yeah, I half thought she'd follow it down because then you're holding the win and you're down there, but maybe just saving the steps. I don't know. What would you play here, Teresa, if you were Helen King? Game down. We presume she's game down here. See if
Just calling in Robbie. Second opinion.
got good eyes apparently. Must be close. If it's close, you have to play it like you've lost then, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you'd hate to think that you're only one down and play a wishy-washy bowl and then have actually lost the game.
Oh, he doesn't know either. Doesn't know if it's 1 or 2.
So there's 2 or 3 options, isn't there? We could see Helen on the forehand, scoot around that front bowl of Kenny's, and because Kenny's bowl that sits at 10 o'clock is low to the jack, you get rid of that, you're only one down, and your collision bowl should come in off it. Might move the jack back for
Which
one.
way? You're coming that way?
Yeah, on the forehand, yeah, around.
Oh, you're going.
That,
yep.
that bowl's
Gonna
low.
probably come the backhand.
Or you could play the backhand and dead draw it, or you could play through. I don't know, there's 4 or 5 different options here.
I'd probably play the forehand and knock it in.
Yeah. As long as you stay there yourself, you're fine. So she's on the backhand.
Oh, there you go.
That was the shot you said originally. It must just be trying to draw this. We think she's game down. That came out smooth as silk from Helen King. When's it going to let go of this bowl? She can't be far away here to save the game.
This might be a good bowl here.
Oh,
Get it
yeah.
square.
Nudge yourself in. Oh,
Oh, it's a calamity.
Oh, no.
unlucky.
It's a calamity, and I think that's going to be.
It's a good game. Great
It's
game.
going to be
Shaking
that.
hands.
Congratulations to Kenny Critchlow. I still couldn't say it right at the end.
You'll get it at the end of the day.
Oh, who knows? But well done to Kenny. 21-16 win in the semi-final. Thank you very much for joining me in commentary, Teresa and Sarah. You did well. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it very much. I'll let you go and get lunch now. So thank you, everyone. We'll be back soon with coverage of the third game of the day.
In the UK, there's a bowl for every surface for the Henselite product. Here overseas, I use the Tiger 2 and I use the Dreamline XG purely because I love the grip and the arc that the bowl takes, and that's what makes me one of the best players in the world.